miss none of this nonsense. Pick some real lanes, and then I think maybe you got a chance. But like, you got to shore up that early game and shore up the draft a little bit.
I feel like Yakult Bros comes into a tournament fresh, looking pretty good. And then when they start losing, it just gets worse and worse, and then they end up at the bottom. Like, but they actually start out pretty hot, I think, usually. But they must have some issues with how to deal with losses, or something is going on. I also think we talked about Chan Ming a little bit. I think he could be the deciding factor for this team. I think it's hard to say, but I wouldn't count them out at all. I think these guys have the potential to beat any team, I think.
I feel like T has some hard-hitting facts, though, that might maybe bring us down to earth a little bit on your cult, because they had a really rough showing. I think it's like, this is still sugarcoating it when we say this. They had a really rough showing in Blast Slam.
Yeah, no, recently they are on a bit of an L streak. When we look at the stats for the competitive season, I think they have the most games lost in a row. And also in regard to series losses, they're also struggling quite a lot. So your cult, it isn't looking good for them, right? Statistically, they're not in a good position, but playing these European tournaments, having to be here for a longer time, maybe getting more used to the pubs, etc. I feel like it's this slam maybe next that they're going to be looking better. And yeah, we see here, so far in the season, they've got 2 series wins since last Blast Slam, specifically, and then 17 series losses. They got 1 win in a best of 1 and 1 win in a best of 3. The best of 3 win was against Team Raw, which was another Chinese team that had won an open qualifier, and it was a 2-1 result as well. So it's not as if they were able to 2-0 that best of 3.
Right.
So not to try and make it sound like your cult is a major underdog here, but they are a major underdog here. It is.
Well, I don't know, right? You're saying that they went the whole distance in their best of 3, just cinching that win in the game number 3. Similar story happened for Falcons. They weren't able to close out their best of 5 that they last played here in a competitive pro scene.
You are trying to connect Falcons and Tundra grand finals against your cult versus open
I'm really
qualifier.
trying.
You are reaching here.
I'm reaching so hard right now.
But that's fine. That's the beauty and the magic of best of ones, right? Because of course we expect Falcons to be dominant. We expect them to do well, but it takes one wrong pick, one wrong understanding. Maybe Amar, he tries to give away certain concepts. Like we talk about them, Falcons losing the best of 5. They didn't ban Timbersaw in 3 of the games they lost. Like they had the same draft in game 4 and game 5. What happens if they get a bit of that, yeah, we can do this, and then your cult surprise them? I'm not expecting it, but maybe they do slip up today.
Yeah, I mean, Misery also mentioned Tianming. I think he's a player who's always played like slightly. He's like one of the best Phoenix players, one of the best 5 Phoenix players. And so I think about stuff like that that's maybe slightly unorthodox, is not something you see all the time, but I think like has potential. Amar plays a lot of tanky offlaners. Maybe they're not used to it, they don't expect it. And sometimes this Phoenix hero just like giga pops off and wins the lane. So I can see something like that. There's a new force in the mix. Maybe that alters things and gives them that little bit of a leg up so they can get the ball rolling. You said, because I agree. I do think Yakult is better at the start of the tournament than they are at the end of the tournament. Yeah. So if they're going to cook Falcons, it's right now. It's right now.
It's not just in the draft, though, either, that we've seen like slip-ups from Falcons. You're talking about in that best of 5 where they gave away